welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to be leaving the major keys behind for a bit. We're heading straight into the, let's say, wonderful instability of advanced harmony.
That's a great way to put it.
We're pulling all our key insights on intervals and diminished triads from the basics of keyboard theory level 4 study guides.
Yeah, we're definitely leaving the safe harbor of simple major and perfect chords. We're exploring the chords that really drive musical motion.
It's about tension.
Exactly. This deep dive is all about mastering the tools composers use to create that crucial dramatic effect.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Before we even get to the triads, we have to talk about the minor interval.
Right.
So a quick refresher on that basic rule. Seconds, thirds, sixths, and sevenths are the ones that can be major or minor.
And your fourths, fifths, and the octave. Those are your perfect intervals.
Right.
And here's where it gets really interesting, because now we're moving into that minor quality.
Okay.
A minor interval is defined very, very specifically. It's created when you take the top note of a major interval.
One of those, seconds, thirds, sixths, or sevenths.
Exactly. And you lower it just a half step. Crucially, though, the letter name of the note must not change.
That is such a vital distinction to hear. Can you give us, like, a quick, concrete example?
Absolutely. Think of a major third, say C to E.
Okay.
The second you lower that E to an E flat, you've created a minor third. The letter name is still E, but the quality has changed completely.
And you can hear that darker quality instantly.
Instantly. That little half-step contraction does all the work.
So if we've got the minor interval down, let's talk triads. We know a triad is a 3-note chord built on thirds.
Stacked thirds, yep.
And our basic major triad is just the first, third, and fifth notes of the major scale. So how does this new minor third change that foundation?
Well, we can transform them in a couple of ways. Some are subtle, some are really dramatic.
Let's start with subtle.
The sources lay out the baseline, a minor triad. This is mostly a change in mood, right?
Yeah.
It sounds more melancholy, maybe.
Sure.
To get that, you only need to lower one note from the major triad, the middle one.
Just the third.
Just the third, down a half step. It's a simple shift, but you get an immediate change in feeling.
Wait, okay. That feels like just a mood change. But the level 4 material really focuses on the functional role of the diminished triad.
Yeah.
So is the difference just emotional, or does the diminished chord have a specific job to do that the minor chord doesn't?
That is the absolute core insight. The diminished triad isn't just darker. I like to call it the gravity well of harmony.
A gravity well, I like that.
To build it, you have to lower both the middle note, the third and D, the top note, the fifth, both down a half step from the major.
And this leads to that really fascinating structural thing the guide points out. When a diminished triad is in root position, the intervals inside it are. They're both minor thirds.
Stacked minor thirds, that's right.
That perfect symmetry, a minor third on top of another minor third, that has to be the key to its sound. It sounds unstable because it is so compressed.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, this is why the diminished triad, which we see as the V-degree chord in major keys, is so potent.
Right.
It's incredibly unstable. It contains the leading tone. It's symmetrically compressed. It basically just screams for resolution. It wants to go home.
So it's one of the most powerful tools for pulling the music back to the tonic.
Outside of the dominant V chord, absolutely.
So here's something for you to think about. Consider the difference in musical tension you get from lowering just one note, the third, to make a minor triad.
Which is just a color change, a mood setter.
Right, a mood setter. Versus lowering 2 notes, the third and the fifth, to create the diminished triad. How does that extra lowered fifth fundamentally transform the chord's job from just setting a mood to being a mandatory driver of resolution?
That is the power you unlock.
That's the power you get when you really dive deep into this theory.